there.
Hit me with one more.
Would you rather always feel hungry or always feel tired?
Mm, well, right now I always feel hungry and tired. So if I can kick either one of those, what would it be?
I mean,
Well,
if you got rid of
tired. Well, are we talking about tired, like dozing off tired, or just like I feel exhausted? And I feel like I can't wait to get home and go to bed.
for this, I would say the most extreme ends of both. Like you're like
Hmm.
the hunger where you're just like, oh man, I need
Uh,
something, or the tired where
still
you're just
and me.
when you're starting to do the whole
I mean,
like
I
that.
know you can't pick that option because of your job. You can't do that. And I drive a lot for my job too, but hunger pains hit me extra hard. They get me down. So I don't know that I could stand that and live any kind of life. And I guess if you were always to the point of falling asleep, you could get on some kind of disability. So I would have to choose that one, the tired one.
You'd always want to feel tired.
Yeah.
Uh, I For me, I would pick the hunger one because I never feel hungry, like ever. And it's one of those
Mm,
things where it's like sometimes Abby will be like, stop playing video games, you need to eat. And then I think about it and I'm like, oh yeah, I could feel my blood sugars like way down. But I never think about it.
mm.
But when I do eat, it's like nothing but bread.
Yeah, I guess those are just the differences on how we feel it. So, but yeah, I could not function if I was always at extreme hunger. I could not function at all and have any quality of life.
Yeah. But I'd
You
rather
can't do
at
nothing
least,
if you're always dozing off either, but I don't know.
yeah, that'd be hard. Because you would never want to do anything. You'd never want to go out.
Yeah.
You just be like, I am just tired. Uh, I was going to ask this question. It's not a would you rather, um, but it's one I can't believe we haven't asked. So
We can go out on
if
this.
you want, we could go down slightly different.
Mm.
Uh, has there been a horror movie that you've watched in your life where after seeing it, you were like, I am never watching this again ever because it like truly freaked you out. You're just like, no, no,
Mm.
has ever got to you.
No, I don't think that one's ever got to me that I wouldn't watch it again. Um, I want to say that there is one movie. It's not a horror movie, but it has a patty caking scene that is very uncomfortable. And for a long time, I always said that was the scariest scene in a movie that I ever saw, and I probably still would not watch that one again. And it wasn't even graphic. It was just something. It was just so creepy and like job well done, I guess, to the director. But yeah, I'm not watching that again.
Did the heels have eyes too?
No, no, I like that one. It
that's a rough scene to
was a
watch.
movie. I believe it was called We Were Warriors. Once Were Warriors, something like that. It's got the guy that plays Django Fett in it.
I've
And it's about like a family, and he's the dad of the family, and he's like an abusive drunk. And the oldest son has moved out because he couldn't stand the abuse and stuff any longer. And it's just and it's So it's a story, with that family. But yeah, it's a very uncomfortable scene, and I will not watch that again. But no horror movies, no, not that I can think of. If one does come to mind, I'll let you know. What about you?
There's one, and it's not necessarily the movie itself, but it was the movie and like what happened after. I might have already told you
Mm,
the story of when I first watched The Exorcist.
mm,
Did I tell
I don't
you?
know. Refresh me.
So I was
I'm not sure.
I was living in an apartment complex, but it wasn't like a normal apartment complex. It was laid out very weird, more of like a townhouse situation on like a lot of different streets, but it was an apartment complex. So just picture like
Mm,
houses, a lot of houses put together, but like on like a house street like your street, right?
okay.
And this is the way this place was laid out. And it was over a couple streets. And my aunt and my uncle, I was under the impression that I was staying the night with them because it was super late at night. Like, we're talking like 11, like around 11 when the movie ended. And after the movie ended, I was like, okay, well, they're going to bed. I was like, I'll get ready for bed. And my uncle decided to open the door and he chucked me out. Now, I was somewhere between 6 or 7 when this happened. He threw me out of the door, closed it, and locked it, and then yelled, "The devil's coming to get you," and wouldn't let me in. So I took off running back to my house, screaming, thinking that the devil was going to come up out of the ground and get me. And I fucking started banging on the door, screaming, "Let me in!" And it woke my mom up, and she was fucking pissed. And she's like, "What?"
Oh wow.
She's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I was like, "You threw me out of the house and said the devil was coming to get me." And I was like freaking out. And she went over there and fucking kicked the door until they opened, and she fucking laid into them.
Really?
But just that experience, like that fucking level of terror,
Uh,
thinking that the devil was gonna be coming out of the ground and physically getting me. Like even to this day, if you're like, let's watch this possession movie, I'm still like, nah, I'm good.
oh really?
Yeah, because like
Oh
I
wow.
just flash back to being that little 6-year-old boy running home. Like that's still like I'm just like, no.
Oh wow. No, that's funny though. No, I
Uh,
never had an experience like that. I will say that in Citizen Toxie, the penis monster, that also made me very uncomfortable, maybe a little scared. But I've watched that movie several times, so it was very off-putting. But no, I would never watch if they made a movie that was just about that monster. No, I would never. I don't think I'd watch it. I think I'd be too uncomfortable to watch that one.
would you rather have that one or the one from is it Terra Firma?
The stump,
Which one would you rather have?
like possess on my own body.
Yeah.
God, if you had the penis monster, you'd have no choice but to be some kind of monster.
Maybe.
In the stump, I mean, I guess that could play with you psychologically and make you go loopy, but at least you don't have to hurt anybody. Whereas I think that penis monster has a mind of its own. I'd probably go with the was it even it was like a mixture of a male and a female part, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess that'd be the safest. That'd be the safest bet. Could be to go with the hybrid. How about you?
Uh, man, I'd go with the monster one
Yeah,
because you know
that's
you
creepy.
you could find like some weird gothic demonic
Yeah.
like girl that's into all that stuff that would see that and just be into that. Whereas the other one, like if you I don't think there's a girl on earth for the other one. They would just look at that and be like,
No,
nah.
you're pretty much celibate for the rest of your
Yeah.
life at that point.
Whereas the monster one, you could find some, she would definitely be not one that you would want, but there would be some girls out there
God,
that would see that
that
and
thing
be
is
like,
so
yes.
scary, though, man. It's so scary.